In our 19 seasons on Apex, we've had some crazy legends. Anyone remember
Neckhound
from season 6? Or what about low profile Gibby? Not to be confused with no profile Gibby, of course. And then there's Lifeline. Sorry, she doesn't like it when I mention her eyes. I'm gonna rank this season's legends from worst to best, thanks to EA for sponsoring the video. Bloodhound. Immediately we have a problem. For a legend whose name revolves around being a dog, I'm not seeing enough dog-related skins and or abilities. The fact a character with hound in the name has more pumpkin-related skins than dog-related skins, it makes me sick. You could argue that their passive is like when a police dog sniffs the floor for clues, but I don't hear any sniffing. Wait a minute.
Smells like you're unsubscribed. Subscribe right now, buckaroo, or else... Okay, good. Now, time to drop shock and rock.
Sure, we all know Bloodhound's abilities are pretty useful, and they're actually quite fun to play, but make sure you do not ult around a bunch of Conduit ults, since if you do, you can't tell which of them is friendly, and which of them will tase you like the animal you are. But for a legend who's supposed to have the knowledge, that's not very big brain. They're going in scammed. Controversial? Maybe, but so is Fuse. My tiers this season are Apex Bozo, Scammed.
Oh no! Anyway,
Yedge. I tried to write yeah, but it didn't really work out for me. Topped up with Now This Is Epic and... Fuse is a big boy now. His buffs made him strong, and Guitar made him even more of a middle-aged parent trying to fit in with the hip young kids. He's quite fun, decently useful, and Australian, which are all massive dubs in my book. But you do have to counter that with the fact that 99% of Fuse players are basically IRL versions of Fuse himself, which can have mixed results. He also apparently has a cash register in his eyeball. He's going in Yedge, Pathy. I'm gonna stop doing that voice thing now. In case you didn't know, I am Pathfinder. I truly believe that I'm just as brainless as this man, and I tell myself every day. As my main, he gets a free pass into being epic. He also has more dog skins than Bloodhound, so yeah, explain that one, Respawn. Octane. He's like a much less cool and less funny version of Pathfinder, but I do like him. I wouldn't recommend sticking yourself with needles full of green liquid at the rate he does. It's probably not very healthy, and just don't do that. He just is a lot cooler and more fun to play than Fuse, but can I call him epic? Not really.
Nudes here. Better than Fuse.
That was pretty cool, right? Please like the video. Newcastle. Now, if I remember correctly, Newcastle is actually someone's dad, which would mean, I think it means he gave birth or something. After playing him, I can't really tell the difference in his ult changes too much. Probably because locking onto someone with his ult is harder than one-clipping someone when you play controller. I think he's alright though. He's pretty good in the right hands. Yeah, Seer. Revenant. I'm extremely sorry about that. Rev's glow up might be the most underrated thing Apex has ever done. They took a legend that literally no one likes and turned him into one of the best legends in the entire game, and made him look like a big old juicy tomato. Like, I just wanna... Wattson. She literally has to go straight in the better than Fuse tier because she literally is Fuse's main counter. After thinking long and hard about Wattson and where I would put her, I think the only thing that I can add is, please marry me. Horizon. She's the GOAT, let's be honest. I mean, there's literally nobody remotely close to how good she is. It's at the point now where people don't even credit you for having skill if you use her, and when they nerf her, she's still by far the best legend in the game.
Mirage.
Well, look, he's not awful. I just think he's really niche. Whenever I've played him in the past and called him bad, I've then gone on to do really well with him, and he's actually a lot of fun, which I think a lot of people forget about in Apex. Green, stinky, big poo-poo man. Okay, so are his abilities good? Yeah, they're decent. He's good at what he's supposed to do, and he's got a big bonky hammer, which I really like. But if you're not putting this greasy guy in Bozo tier, then you gotta look at yourself. Like, who isn't agreeing with me here? Caustic mains?
Oh no!
Mad Maggie. Sometimes you have to look past Legends' abilities and really assess them at their core for who they are and what they stand for. Maggie is a woman who likes to spit on people and chain them up like dogs. I'm not really into that, sorry if that upsets you. She also has maybe the most Karen looking skins in the entire game. Some of you may love it, but as someone who used to work in a shop, stacking shelves and manhandling cabbages all day, this terrifies me.
Nudes here. Karen.
Okay, but I'll move it above Bozo tier because that would be unfair to put her below Seer. She She's a very epic gamer lady. And no, it's not because she blew me a kiss in the firing range, okay? Alright, maybe it is a little bit. I think she's good for all types of players and has a little bit of everything in all the right different areas of her kit, so I genuinely enjoy playing her. Vantage. Who actually plays this legend? I feel like all the other recon legends in the game offer a lot more value for the team than her, and her bat just doesn't work most of the time. Am I using it wrong? Probably. But yeah, I actually nearly forgot she existed, so bozo. Catalyst. Catalyst was definitely too strong before, and now she's much more in line with other controller legends, so she's strong in the right moments, but I'll forever miss being able to shoot my goo at people. It really was a good time. For a character who is called out by many as Cat, she has a distinct and painful lack of cat-related skins. This is an outrage, combined with her new short-ranged, sad trombone tactical that makes me feel cheated of a gooey, cat-loving legend. All these cat ears in Apex and none of them for her. I can't do it. She's going in scammed. I feel scammed. Ballistic. As an authentic homegrown English man, I promise you that I've never met anyone who speaks like Ballistic in this country. And if they wanted to make him sound English, they should have just had him saying key words and phrases that we use all the time over here. Like,
Sick, bruv. Shank that road man. Bougie landing spot, fam.
I would like a cup of tea, please, Mumsy.
he's mid-tier. He doesn't offer a lot other than his ult, which I do love, but it's not enough to put him any higher than just, yeah, Wraith. Still an epic gamer. She's very fun, a little bit more reliable now her passive has been fixed, and her tactical must be getting buffed every season, because whenever I play with a Wraith, they never seem to return from the void. Gibraltar. Unlike Fuse, who uses his guitar to assault people, Gibby can actually play his ukulele while dressed as a giant polar bear. Better than Fuse at playing instruments. Conduit. Conduit is one of those legends that will be really strong on players who love to play a clear role in the team. Her role is simple: keep your teammates' shields buffed during combat. Her tactical can literally go through walls and has a decent range to it, and even though it's a bit slow to deploy, her role is basically a long line of super tanky caustic barrels that tick for 10 damage, which is really strong if used correctly. The idea for her passive is nice, but I don't think it's like super impactful as some of the other passives in the game, especially if you're playing Conduit the way she's supposed to be played, which is like as the meat of a very sweaty little sandwich. I'd really love to put her in Epic, and maybe over time I'll see more of her and move her up there, but right at the start of the season, I'm gonna put her comfortably in better than Fuse. Crypto. Now, don't get me wrong, I could so easily put Crypto in Scammed, because
I don't see any toe-related skins.
but I'm actually pretty happy about that one, so we're gonna forget about that. With the res change this season,
Crypto.
got a whole lot more valuable and is extremely useful to have on the team. I genuinely think it bumps him up into better than Fuse. I think you'll see a lot of him in ranked. Rampart. Rampart is fun. To think where she's been when she launched and where she is now, she's done really well for herself, and I think she's a good time whenever I play her. I'm gonna put her in, yeah, I just don't trust anyone who can do this with their legs. It's absolutely horrendous. Bangalore. Respawn took one look at Bangalore this season and said, I don't want to play with you anymore. But you know what? She's still goated. She was always good back in the early seasons before crafters even existed, so Digi's not being in the crafter isn't too much of a big deal for those hardcore bang mains, and when she does get a Digi, the enemies are less likely to have one anyway, so I guess that's a positive if you are absolutely desperate. The other nerfs genuinely don't even feel that bad to me either. Like, she's still powerful, useful, and annoying whenever she pings stuff, so still epic to me.
Ash.
Valkyrie. I genuinely don't remember the last Valk I've seen now that jump towers exist. She's alright, nothing major about her. There are other legends with more enjoyable movement tech, and her tactical is pretty mid. She's probably still just about better than Fuse, but she's not as great as she used to be, which is fine. Lifeline. I put her in yeah, next to the better Lifeline. She's okay, she's not terrible, she's not great, and yeah. Leave a comment to let me know what you thought, and click the video on screen for more weird Apex hot takes.